Namaste, and welcome to our continuing series on fine poetry. Today, some poems of Wendell Berry. A warning to my readers. Do not think me gentle because I speak in praise of gentleness, or elegant because I honor the grace that keeps this world. I am a man crude as any, gross of speech, intolerant, stubborn, angry, full of fits and furies. That I have spoken well at times is not natural. A wonder is what it is. A timbered choir. Even while I dreamed, I prayed that what I saw was only fear and no foretelling. For I saw the last known landscape destroyed for the sake of the objective, the soil bludgeoned, the rock blasted. Those who had wanted to go home would never get there now. I visited the offices where, for the sake of the objective, the planners planned, at blank desks set in rows. I visited the loud factories where the machines were made that would drive ever forward toward the objective. I saw the forest reduced to stumps and gullies. I saw the poisoned river, the mountain cast into the valley. I came to the city that nobody recognized because it looked like every other city. I saw the passages worn by the unnumbered footfalls of those whose eyes were fixed upon the objective. Their passing had obliterated the graves and the monuments of those who had died in pursuit of the objective, and who had long ago forever been forgotten, according to the inevitable rule that those who have forgotten forgot that they have forgotten. Men, women, and children now pursued the objective, as if nobody ever had pursued it before. The races and the sexes now intermingled perfectly in pursuit of the objective. The once enslaved, the once oppressed, were now free to sell themselves to the highest bidder and to enter the best-paying prisons in pursuit of the objective, which was the destruction of all enemies, which was the destruction of all obstacles, which was the destruction of all objects, which was to clear the way to victory, which was to clear the way to promotion, to salvation, to progress, to the completed sale, to the signature on the contract, which was to clear the way to self-realization, self-creation, from which nobody who ever wanted to go home would ever get there now, for every remembered place had been displaced. The signposts had been bent to the ground and covered over. Every place had been displaced, every love unloved, every vow unsworn, every word unmeant, to make way for the passage of the crowd of the individuated, the autonomous, the self-actuated, the homeless with their many eyes open toward the objective, which they did not yet perceive in the far distance, having never known where they were going, having never known where they came from. A meeting in a park. In a dream, I met my dead friend. He has, I know, gone long and far, and yet he is the same, for the dead are changeless. They grow no older. It is I who have changed, grown strange to what I was. Yet I, the changed one, ask, "How you been?" He grins and looks at me. "I've been eating peaches off some mighty fine trees." In a motel parking lot, thinking of Dr. Williams. The poem is important, but not more than the people whose survival it serves. One of the necessities, so they may speak what is true and have the patience for beauty, the weighted grain field, the shady street, the well-laid stone, and the changing tree, whose branches spread above. For want of songs and stories, they have dug away the soil, paved over what is left, set up their perfunctory walls in tribute to no God, for the love of no man or woman, so that the good that was here cannot be called back, except by long waiting, by great sorrows remembered, and to come by invoking the thunderstones of the world and the vivid air. The poem is important, as the want of it proves. It is the stewardship of its own possibility, the past remembering itself in the presence of the present, the power learned and handed down to see what is present and what is not, the pavement laid down and walled over regardlessly by exiles, here only because they are passing. Oh, remember the oaks that were here, the leaves purple and brown falling, the nuthatches walking headfirst down the trunks, crying, "One, one," in the brightness as they are doing now in the cemetery across the street, where the past and the dead keep each other. To remember, to hear and remember, is to stop and walk on again to a livelier, surer measure. It is dangerous to remember the past only for its own sake. Dangerous to deliver a message you did not get. Like the water. Like the water of a deep stream, love is always too much. We did not make it, though we drink till we burst. We cannot have it all, or want it all. In its abundance, it survives our thirst. In the evening, we come down to the shore to drink our fill and sleep while it flows through the regions of the dark. It does not hold us, except we keep returning to its rich waters, thirsty. We enter, willing to die, into the commonwealth of its joy.